Hey guys, Camp 15, joined by my co-host, Red Wolf, back at it with another episode review of Solo Leveling, as things for Jinwoo are now different.
Yep. No point trying to hide it any longer, right?
Yeah, we figured he couldn't hide it anymore, and then obviously, we have, well,
Yeah.
we have, the threat of the ant that one of them flew over from Jeju Island,
That was ominous.
and, Jinwoo is again trying to look to get the item for the elixir. We find out an interesting thing about Jiho's dad.
Jinho.
Oh,
I made a mistake last. I made a mistake last time. It's Jinho, not Jiho.
Jinho. Okay,
Yeah.
Jinho's father, and Jinwoo is well. Actually, I'll save it to the end. I'll save it to the end of the episode review. All right, so we start the episode off essentially with the fact of this big press event happening. And I'm just like, wait, what the hell's going on here? And it's this dude that looks somewhat similar to Kang, but he is not Kang. He's like a big famous movie actor.
Yeah.
Um,
You can tell by his arrogance.
yeah. And basically, he's going into the Hunters Association to be reassessed and everything. Obviously, people are asking him like, "So, is you potentially becoming a hunter going to impact your acting career?" And you just have it to where that you can tell this dude just a sleazeball the moment he has inner monologue, and he's like, "These idiots don't understand. I'm just gonna go in here and I'm gonna be reassessed as an A rank, which that's just my level, and these fools are gonna eat that up, and I'm gonna get all the attention and everything." And I'm just like, oh brother, don't tell me this episode's gonna be strictly about this guy, is it? And luckily, it isn't, because Jinwoo comes in and he just walks in, and then you just have the security guard is like, whoa, 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 you're not supposed to be walking over here. There's a press conference going on, and Jinwoo's like, I'm here to be reassessed, please. And he's like, well, you have to handle that until after this press conference concludes.
But no. Mr. Go, I forgot his full name. I'm just gonna call him Go because yeah, that's
Not Go from Pokemon.
yeah. Anyways, yeah. He interrupts the whole press and he he says, "This man is my invited guest, so I suggest you let him in."
And he even said, he's like, also, I didn't say that there could be a press conference here. So why is
Hmm.
there a press conference happening? And he basically shuts the whole shit down.
Yeah, yeah.
So Jinwoo walks in to get reassessed. Now he can't get reassessed truthfully, because when he did it last time, well, his magic ability was so bad that, well, the reading just didn't show up. So it was kind of like, all right, let's look and see what you can do.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. They ask, okay, sure, what are you capable of? And then he summons one of his shadows. Like he goes, I can summon these. And but Go was all like, you're not holding out on us, are you? Can you do more? And this is when Jin is like, can't hold it in anymore. He summoned like 100 of them in all in one go, and everybody on the outside can can feel that presence like filling up in the room. Like, oh my god, what is this aura? And Jinu says, I can summon at least 100 of them.
he said he could summon at least 100 more. And
Hmm.
they're just like, oh, great. This motherfucker, what the hell? And also, I did find it funny. The two, like, guild leaders, they were kind of arguing over Jinwoo, like,
Yeah, they're trying.
freaking,
They want Jinu. They want Jinu in their guild.
yes, because they're just like, surely he won't choose your guild. No, no, no. He won't choose your guild either. Listen, our guild is pretty good. And then the other guy's like, yeah, really. And they're like, but he saved my people. So I technically have the right to have him in my guild. I'm
He
just
sa-
like,
he saved mine too.
I'm just like, these dudes are gonna like duke it out with each other just to see who gets Jinwoo. So the custody of Jinwoo episode will eventually happen.
Hmm. A fiery red mage versus a tiger tiger-like brawler.
So that's the thing. Anyways, after Jinwoo basically shows him, and also too, I gotta get their names down, these guild leaders' names down. But the one with the yellow eyes, he could ease. The moment just felt the presence, he was like, "What's going on in there?"
Hmm.
So he gets reassessed. He's an S rank, right? So that's good. Now he walks out, and the two guild leaders like, "Hey, hey, hey, you know, you don't mind if you come with us? We'd like to talk." And I'm just like, this dude is so gonna walk past him and blow them both off, which is what Jinwoo does.
Yep.
And they're like, you don't want to step outside."
Yep. Lights, camera, action, Jinwoo. Yeah, now it's made public, and now everybody can see him, and even Jinha, and Song Yi is seeing this. Good.
It took Song Yi saying like Jenna, and Jenna's like, "What?" She's like, "I think you need to look at this right now." Like, and she's like, "Look, if you're talking, because earlier in the episode they did cut to their classroom, but there were other girls talking about that actor, right?" And
Hmm.
she's probably thinking, "Oh, Ha Song Yi is probably talking about the actor." And Ha Song Yi is like, "No, girl, it's your brother." And she's like, "What?" And then she sees it, and then the broadcast is like Sung Jinwoo, 10th S rank in Hunter history, essentially, right? And she's like, huh? So how they do this in sister leveling, I don't know how they're gonna handle this, but that's gonna be funny. Um, so that this man is absolutely straight up public now. So again, remember that one dude who got beat up by his father? I don't know if he's gonna go after him, but I think he probably now stronger than that dude now.
Yeah, he's strong. He's stronger than that.
So the two guild leaders show up. They're like, "Hey, listen, we'll take you to the side. You don't have to answer no questions and everything." But Jinwoo is like,
No,
"I
it's
don't
fine.
need none of that."
That's fine. He just vanishes out of thin there. He appeared behind the crowd and he carefully hid his face. Uh, the Choi, I'm just gonna call him Choi. He had that stunned look. His golden eyes were glowing, and he says, "Is he much stronger than the last time I saw him? I know he was strong, but this is another level."
And he also noticed like he didn't even see him move that fast. He couldn't even keep speed of him.
He couldn't keep up.
So the fact that Jinwoo, and mind you, in this time frame, Jinwoo saw this guy probably like maybe a few days ago.
Mhm.
And that's how much stronger this dude's gotten. Listen, I like to play Zenless Zone Zero. Right now, the number one thing is people say is that Ellen, one of the first like limited S ranks that was ever introduced in the game, is getting power crept by Miyabi because how OP Miyabi is in the game. This dude has already power crept the guild fucking masters.
Mm.
So I was watching another review, on my free time, and the reviewer said like there just might have to be like an S plus rating for this for Jinwoo, bruh, because ain't no way nobody's catching up to his level. Which is gonna be very interesting for the future of this story. The more that we see is okay, this dude's clearly OP as hell. Are there gonna be any crazier threats that even sometimes he's gonna potentially be in a death like almost near death experience to where it's actually pushing him to that?
Well, considering that we've already been known that there are threats that are even S ranks like are even traumatized by, I would assume so.
So
Because yeah, I yes, Jinnu. I will say this, in my opinion, Jinnu is like really strong now, but something tells me that there's still a lot of hunters that are still stronger than he is. And
well, there's only 10 other S ranks.
yeah, and And his father could still be stronger. His could. I'm not saying he is. He could be. Because we haven't really like seen him fight. We seen him take out Dong Su Huang because it just cuts off the fight, but lets him in the blood in a bloody puddle and yeah. But we haven't really seen what he's truly capable of.
So yeah. Also during this montage when people revealed to this are revealed about the news, we cut over to a few things. We cut over to Shaw Hey. She sees it on a big gigantic billboard. So clearly she's gonna have an intrigue in this. She's gonna want to talk to the dude, which I think
Hmm.
is only gonna spark their relationship going forward. We see Juhi, which I was actually pleasantly surprised we saw her. Um,
Are you happy?
yes, I was happy, albeit it was like for like a 3 4 second, cameo. I wouldn't say cameo, but appearance. And she basically gave a nice smile, saying, because now she's like, okay, he's gonna be okay. Um, and then you actually see the one dude, his kind of like his guild mentor or his one mentor who's training in the dojo sees this news. He's happy for him. But it's just crazy, man. Now everybody knows. Everybody knows.
Hmm.
So basically, the next day, it cuts over. You have it where Jinna's looking outside their window. She's like, "Oh, thank God, they're finally gone." And then Jinwoo walks up. He's like, "Well, I bet you it's probably the association that must have told him to go away." She's like, "Well, it's hard enough to be able to go to school with the fact that you're an S rank." And she starts accusing Jinwoo of like, "You never told me any of this information."
Yeah, it's
Well, he
kind
didn't
of
expect this.
yeah. He did not expect this, but at the same time, he shouldn't have kept it from his little sister.
So maybe you have to wonder if this man, if though it maybe the association like gives them like a private house, so then the press can't find where they're at.
I mean, they can do that, but at the same time, we should find out what Jinnu has planned, because maybe he has plans for something like that, but maybe something else entirely. Because we did cut over to Jinnu talking to Jinho, and yeah, and it turns out that Jinnu rejected the proposal of joining his guild, but he proposed that Jinho joins him. So instead, so
Yeah, maybe he makes his own guild.
yeah, and of course we see how his father reacted also.
Yeah, he told his father, and basically his father's like, "So, what are you trying to tell me? You're trying to tell me you're gonna join up and work with him?" And that's what Jinho tells him. He's like, "Yes, I'm gonna go work with Sung Jinu." Basically, the father is just like,
I hope you know the consequences of
I
this.
hope you know the consequences of your actions. So I don't know if he's like gonna send a like, well, I don't think he's gonna do that now that he's in the freaking hospital, which essentially what happens is I'm guessing that's Jinho's mother, I'm guessing. Um and she's talking to Jinho's dad, and basically honestly it kind of came across like his father deeply does care about Jinho, and he does see like he has the ability to take over the guild. But I want him to be like family business, right? But and the mother is kind of just like, I bet you're upset that he left, didn't you? And
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
guess you could see it where he's like kind of like the young person you cultivated, you raised, finally leaves the house, and it's kind of
Mhm.
that whole thing of like you don't want them to go, you want them to stay with you as long as they possibly can, but they have to leave and they're making their own decision. You're disappointed, and you tell them like there's gonna be consequences. I know one day you'll come back to me begging me for forgiveness, but at the end of the day, you're also happy and proud of like my son wants to become their own man.
Yeah, and this is the moment when we see his vision starts getting blurred a bit while he's talking to his wife, and yeah, and he passes out, and we learn that he basically has the same illness as Juno's father and mother.
But
Mother.
we don't know if it's the same exact illness. They don't confirm it in the episode.
like exposure to mana. So
They basically say he's gotten this disease to where because he has no like mana like aptitude to reject because of it being around hunters and everything, it's gonna basically put him in this disease state where excuse me, he's gonna be in this freaking coma, not just asleep. So again, they don't confirm it's the exact same coma or the same type of disease Jinwoo's mother is, but
I think it's the same. I think
I'm
it's the same.
guessing it's the same thing because she's also in a coma, unresponsive,
Yeah,
and that's mostly
and due to
because
mana exposure. So
of the mon exposure he's getting, and he doesn't have a strong like resistance to it. And basically, the doctor's like, "Do you have anybody that you know of that is like a hunter?" And he knows, well, Jinho is a hunter, and also his other son is also kind of a hunter, I believe so as well.
actually, no. Jinwoo says that his brother has not awakened. So
Oh, so then it's just strictly Jinho.
yeah.
So that's kind of the thing right then and there. So it's gonna be interesting to see. Does the mother did say that Jino did come by to see if he was okay. He was just asleep, right? So that's an interesting storyline right then and there. And then basically, the rest of the episode has it. Again, Jinu tells Jenna like, "Hey, I'm going out, for a week," and she's like, "Again, what's up with this, right?" And then Jinho shows up, and then he's like, "Yeah, I'm going out to work with this guy," and he's just like, "Right, right, right," and he's literally squeezing his shoulder. He's like, "Yes, boss, yeah, we are." So, he ends up leaving in the middle of the night. Now he does leave one of Tusk's like bodyguards to basically guard Jinna, in any event of any trouble, which we'll talk about that in a second. He basically goes into the dungeon to go find the last resource of the elixir. And one, he gives Tusk this. Oh, I forgot to mention. He tries to sell some items, right? One, because now he's S rank, he can go into these super high shops and sell things. One, he actually goes in there and he finds like some of the prices that he thought for some of the items were cheaper. They're not. They're very expensive. And then like he pulls out like one of his own items to sell. And he on his little like guide in his little like freaking store in his little solo leveling thing, he got it for sale, right? This
Hmm.
dude is like, so how much do you think this would sell for? This guy said this would sell for 100 million, and he got it in his own store for like 2 million, essentially. Like it was some random video game item, right? And he's like, wait, say that again, 100 million? And he's like, uh-huh, yeah. I don't know if Jennu's gonna sell any of his like items he gets from obviously the pop-up, but we'll
Hmm.
see. We'll see. But that's crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
All that aside, he was offered a cape that helps him resist the heat.
Yeah.
And yeah, he, yeah, everything my friend said.
So he goes into the dungeon. He gives Tuss this the one of the items he didn't sell, and there's like this gigantic ass looking demon titan, and he's like, "All right, go take that thing out using the enhancement thing." Tuss absolutely blows this thing away where there's nothing left,
Mhm.
and Juno's like, "Word to the wise, don't use that. Don't use that. Let's use that sparingly. Like if we need to do it, let's not do it every single time." And then, the more he's, going, he's feeling his MP go down, and he's seeing, okay, there's clearly monsters that are taking out my scouts, right? Also, too, before he ends up also leaving to go to the dungeon, he sends out scouts, some other, Shadow Realm scouts in the city worldwide. Again, I'll talk about the ant stuff at the end because there's a lot where that could go there.
Oh yeah, he did. He also left some of the orcs shadows to protect Jenna. So
That's what I mentioned earlier.
oh, okay.
Um, So he feels like, okay, there's clearly somebody like super strong to take these my shadow dudes down. And he basically did dust. So we cut over to the bear one, and they get attacked. He and the bears get attacked by these demons in armor, and essentially Jinwoo sees that. He takes like three of them down, and then the fourth one, the episode ends off where he has that the blue lighting eye, blue in his eyes, and he has this evil smile. He's like, and he pulls a
Oh, no.
Vegeta, where he's like, "So I've been wondering this entire time.
Do you
Do you
monster?
monsters feel fear?" Allah, the reason why I said it's kind of like a homage to Vegeta's, because if you remember from the Android saga, Vegeta's notorious line against Android 19 is like, "I want to see if androids feel fear, even though you guys are robots."
I'll
So,
take that as a yes.
so yeah, I'll take that. So we're left off. I wonder if that is that one demon-looking girl we see in the opening. I'm guessing that must be. Um, it
I'm
makes
guessing.
sense. I'm just guessing. That's what I think it is. Or that's who I think it is. We clearly tell he can talk with these monsters and everything, so who knows? But um also I wanted to bring a mention about this with the fact of that okay, Jinho's dad um could be in the same like comatose state as his mom. You know, again, that same reviewer was making the mention of like, well, say what if Jinwoo gets the elixir of life, right? And the thing is, we know about Jinwoo's mother's condition is there's no cure for it. What if, for example, he uses it to cure his mom, but then Jinho's dad goes under and basically is in the same state, and then people start hounding Jinwoo, saying like, "Hey, you did this for your mother. How were you able to do this?" And the reviewer basically said, what if it was like just a one-time use and the only time he could ever get that, which could create a whole bunch of
That,
other chaos.
yeah, that's gonna be very will probably be one of the more conflicting moments for Jinwoo. Like
Uh,
he's done all this for his mother, but now he's gonna reach a point where he has to make a decision, maybe.
yeah, and then how is he going to tell that to Jinho? Like, Jinho would probably be like, "Hey, come on, man. You know, are you going to help my father? Like, I know, I understand you helped your mother, but don't you have this thing?" And that could be if that ends up going to that point. You know, again, that was only just a theory by that reviewer I watched, right? That could create some conflict and some dilemma and everything, where it's just people maybe going after Juno if they know, like, wait, you have this curable thing that could cure all types of illnesses and things, even the incurable ones. They'll be hounding this guy for all this stuff. So that's one potential storyline that could potentially happen. Again, I'm still of the opinion. I have a sneaking suspicion this elixir of life won't help his mom, but that's just me. Typically, when they introduce shit like that, they don't make things as convenient as usual, and typically it kind of backfires on the main character. So for all we know, say he gives her the elixir, it maybe just kills her because she's not in the system.
Yeah.
So who knows? Who knows? Now, the only other shocking thing about this episode, which it's funny because by the time Jinwoo comes back, he could be in fucking hell on fucking earth, bruh. Um, we see in one scene, we see a full moon and we see something flying. So then a few scenes later, you have it where these hunters just walking like, oh man, we can finally go back home. We're finally in some nice peacefulness and things like that. And they're like, what the hell's that? And you
Yeah, so they, they,
see
they they just see a red ant standing there
the
looking at them.
red ant, and one of the red ants was able to fly to Japan.
I'm just gonna say it. That red ant killed those two hunters.
Yeah, he probably did. Which is not good because if you remember from literally the start of season two, the one glasses guild leader, he's like, oh, this is not good. They're growing wings and they tried to fly. Oh, we need to keep an eye on this. Well, they haven't been keeping a good enough eye because one of them actually
Yeah,
flew over completely over to Japan from Jeju Island. So I'm
I.
guessing Jeju Island is gonna be a full out raid on Japan.
Hmm.
So for all intents and purposes, Jinwoo could be in this freaking dungeon for a week. This motherfucker's gonna come back, and it's gonna be complete hell on earth. and he's gonna be acting like nothing. And now he's got one of the orcs protecting Jinna, so I think she's going to be okay. She's clearly gonna be calling Jinwoo like, Jinwoo, where have you been? Have you been hiding under a rock? Have you not seen what you've been going on? Um, so clearly the guild's gonna get involved to try to stop probably this invasion. And I'm guessing that's what mostly this back half of the season's gonna contain. Them taking down the invasion of monsters in Japan. From that I guess are coming over from Jeju Island. So who knows, man? This is not good, but I'm definitely excited to see where it's going. But things look like it's gonna get a lot worse. And of course, Jinwoo chose the perfect time to go back to that dungeon, huh?
Well,
Because also, too, the other hunters are gonna be like, wait, where's Sung Jinwoo? We don't know. He just kind of went off the grid. Because I'm like, well, shit, we're gonna have to do this ourselves then. But you definitely know they're gonna be like, we need your help.
yeah, I think that's they left us off on the cliffhanger right there.
So, um, I feel like in the situation for next week, we're gonna continue on with Jinwoo's like assault on the dungeon, right? But at the same
Mhm.
time, I feel like we're also gonna cut back over to what's happening in Japan with the Jeju Island situation. The monsters from Jeju Island come on over, so we'll see. But it's not looking good now. Jinwoo did leave scouts in Japan, so maybe the scouts make him aware of the situation to where he's like, okay, I gotta cut this shit short. I gotta head back.
Mhm.
So who knows? Who knows? But we'll definitely see. But anyways, um, we're gonna get it for solo leveling continues to be
Peak.
peak masterpiece show. The haters keep staying mad, and I definitely can't wait. But man, this show is so damn good. When season 3 coming out? Damn it, that's what I need to know.
And more importantly, what's it gonna entail?
So, that's basically it. Anyways, if you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts. Hit the subscribe button if you want to get more solo leveling content or any other anime content I upload to the channel and things like that. Also, too, I also uploaded my first Zenless Zone Zero summoning video for me pulling for the newest S rank. If you know about Zenless Zone Zero, I hope you liked the thumbnail. It was actually probably one of my more
It's hard to
creative
take him.
thumbnails.
It's hard to take you seriously, I must say.
Listen, I don't know. Look, I don't know what I'm going to do when for Silver Sword Ambi. In terms of that thumbnail, I think I'm gonna have more of a serious look because Ambi's kind of serious. I won't be doing the freaking. I think I realized. I think I'm gonna do the heart eyes when it's a very hot character. They got the big yacht.
So Trigger.
So yes, trigger. Expect that where I'm just like. But I think I won't have the heart eyes. I think I'll just be like.
You mean the Shrek face?
Yes. Where I'm just like. Silver Sword Ambi. I might just be serious. I might just be like, it just might be like, so certain. I'm gonna try to have those thumbnails for the summonings be absolutely hilarious. Again, like I said, I won't summon for all the characters. Like, come on now, I'm not gonna get all the characters. But some of the characters that I do summon for, I'll definitely have the best inventive thumbnails I possibly could get. So we'll see. And things like that. Continue my Zenless Zone Zero playthrough. I also got to get back to my Stellar Blade playthrough, but there's a lot I got going on. I also am going to be starting a new job, so how that will affect videos going forward, that will affect it because it's a literal full-time job, and sometimes you can't get to videos as fast as you can, but I'll try to get reviews up as fast as I can. The good thing is I'm about 5 to 10 minutes away from my new job, as opposed to my old job, so luckily I'll be able to review, make videos at night.
And also, I'm also gonna live stream Stellar Blade later today
I
with
was
my
going to
good.
promote your channel soon, and I was about to say that.
Can't they promote my own channel?
Go promote your channel then.
Yeah,
It's
subscribe
your
to my
channel. I'll leave a
subscribe.
link in the description below if you want his channel link.
Yeah, like I said, I'm about to record Stellar Blade with Kimby 15, where he's gonna guide me to all the stuff that I missed on my initial playthrough. And yeah, it's my 100% complete run. I already did part 1. Go watch it if you haven't already. And yeah, that's it.
So yeah. Anyways, um, we're gonna get out of here, guys. If you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts. Hit that subscribe button to both our channels if you want more content from it. Until then, guys, stay safe out there, and we'll be back next week for Solo Leveling reviews. I forgot what episode this was. I know. It's like as a whole, it's episode 19.
We'll just say it's episode 19.
Yeah. So we'll be back for episode 20 next week.
And take care of yourselves and each other.